I have a sneeze coming at some point here. I'm gonna try and get it in while we're mic checking.
Oh, we're live, so you hurry that
Oh,
up.
perfect.
Yeah, get that in there. No pressure or anything. No
Just
pressure or anything.
no. I'll wait. I'll wait. Come on, sneeze. Make
Come
your way
on,
through.
sneeze.
It'll
Come
be
on.
there at some point. No, just keep going through it. We'll
Okay,
we'll
yeah.
figure it out.
Okay. Well,
Brayden, we're back.
we left? Did we
Well,
leave?
you left.
Well,
I've
no,
been here
you
the whole
left.
time.
You left. You're the one that's got a cold and came back from California.
That's true. Actually, I feel mostly responsible for no episode last week. It would have
California, though,
been.
dude.
I mean, listen, Guts might be coming to California sooner than we think. That's all I'm saying.
So I've heard. So I've heard. How was your travel? Things went fine?
It was good. I do have to say there was one. For the most part, flights were good. I am brought back to, and I know people have asked about Australia. We'll be getting into it soon, probably like post nationals, because we're just so time constrained on like natties. Natty prep will be 19.
Yeah.
Actually, Braden, this might work out super good. Behind the curtain, folks.
Getting a little
Episode
sneak
21
peek.
has to be a part of the Australia experience,
Yes.
and it's got to be the Cam episode.
Yeah. So
But
Cam.
right now, it looks like 19's the Nationals preview,
Yep.
20's the Nationals post,
Yep.
and then we can get into our Australia series with 21 with Cam.
Before then, the next episode probably has to be US Go preview.
Yeah, so we can
Because
kind of like lean into like the first story of Australia,
oh
and then after
man,
USGO, we'll get way more into like the Australia because it'll have been a full year after the experience.
yeah, it will
So it'll
have.
be like an anniversary. But I remember when we flew for that trip, you hadn't flown before.
No, listen here, folks. Listen here, folks. My first flying experience was to Australia. We drove to Chicago, stayed with Mac's family. Shout out the Mrazes. That was lovely. Dan and I had a scare that night because we had something wrong with like the tickets on our app.
Yeah, so
Remember that being
for
a whole
anyone,
thing?
I'm assuming most people now are young and modern and know how to drive. Braden, the sneeze might be coming. I can feel
Yeah.
it.
Oh, go on.
I don't know. It's still dude. It's the T sneeze. Like it's
Well, here I'll
it. It's just here to stay for a minute. But we're just gonna power through. You can sign in the day before on your phone if you just have the app of the airline.
yes.
This one was a little weird because it was Air New Zealand, so like international airlines, like their apps are a little bit different and funky. But you guys couldn't download your mobile tickets
No.
the day
No.
before.
No, we could not.
So like you were like checked in kind of, like you had a spot on the flight, but like the airline was like, "Yeah, you're in our system, but we can't print your tickets."
It was weird. It was really
And it
strange.
was like, "How's this going to work?" And like for like check baggage, like you have to have your boarding pass, etc., so that they can link your bag to you on the flights. But so for that we had a did we have a delay like on the tarmac or something in Chicago?
I don't think so. Well,
We
oh, we
left
might have.
late.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Leaving.
because remember, like we got to our gate for our New Zealand flight. We thought we were gonna have time to grab dinner at the airport
We did
before
not.
this like 13
It
and
was
a
long.
half
It was
hour
long
flight,
as hell.
14-hour flight. I think it was 14 on the way there, and we ended up getting to our gate 5 minutes before boarding. Like grabbed something at the last place open,
It was that
which
pizza,
was the
dude.
most it was the most
It was
expensive
that
and not
pizza.
good pizza. It was like $18 for like the small 6 slice. Like it was really like
Oh,
a personal pizza
it
that
was.
Brady and I split,
We
which we
hammered
didn't need
that.
to because we had like 2 full meals on the flight. Like
Oh
Air New Zealand was
yeah,
fantastic.
it was terrific.
Um, but since then I've had like good flight luck.
Good.
And my first flight was fine, and my 2 flights back from California were great. My flight from Texas to San Francisco
Uh oh.
sucked.
Uh oh.
So first of all, it got delayed twice, and we'll get into the delay in a second. Not like major delays. Like I think I ended up only getting delayed close to like an hour in total for my
Mm,
original arrival time. But first of all, uh, Dallas Fort Worth has a huge airport.
never been.
I had neither. Like because I think we
Yeah.
flew out of Houston.
Yes, we did.
Um,
Yeah.
so DFW there's a it's a big airport when there's like a tram. So
Jesus.
they have four giant wings, and you take a train between, yeah, there's five wings total, four big ones, and you just take a train like a skyway across all of them.
Yeah.
And my gate changed, so I had to take the train back to the gate where I landed
Oh no.
because it was like land in C, your flight's taken off from B. And I was like, cool, land in C, take the train over to B, great.
Yeah.
And then it was like, hey, just kidding, we're actually flying out of C. You got to go
Gotcha.
back.
Spooked you.
Had to go all the way around.
Oh no.
But that airport was hot.
Damn.
Like,
Yeah, you're in
I'm assuming it's
Texas.
just, I'm assuming it's just like it was supposed to be 96 that day or something in Texas, and like Texas folk are like 78 inside's okay.
No, dude,
And they were
that's
like it's a busy airport, so there were a lot of people, even though it was a Tuesday morning.
mm,
And so it was like it was hot there. And the reason my flight was delayed was they had a mechanical issue with the plane. So basically, what we were told is there's two air conditioning units on planes. There's one for when the plane is off. That's like an auxiliary unit, keeps airflow going.
okay.
And then there's one when the plane's on, which obviously circulates air through, the cabin's pressurized. You can control the airflow better.
Yeah.
But basically, the auxiliary AC unit broke.
Oh.
So when the
Oh.
plane is off and taxied, there is no air control. And so the plane landed it was coming out of like Phoenix or something, like or Scottsdale. It was in Arizona. And they were like, hey, the plane's a little hot inside. We want to try and cool it down. And that system had broken. And so they tried
Oh
to fix it.
no.
The mechanics couldn't fix it. And they were like, plane's delayed. We just got to like, everyone board quick so we can get the AC on. So I walk into this like 85-degree plane.
Jesus Christ.
We sit down. We boarded very efficiently. It was great. And then they were like, hey, we haven't received like our food or drinks for the trip. Basically, like a truck brings that to them
Yeah.
is how it works when they're on the taxi on the tarmac. But because they had been trying to fix a bunch of stuff, we sat on the plane for like 25 minutes with no air,
Ugh,
waiting for them to
no.
load up the food and drinks.
Oh no.
And we were just like a sweaty puddle. Like everyone was a mess. And then there was a baby like 2 rows in front of me that for half the flight was just wailing. And I was like, all right, so this is like, I've had like bad turbulence once, and that was the only thing missing from this flight, just completely sucking.
Yeah, we did sit leaving Chicago, which was my first flight. I feel like we sat on the tarmac for a second, and I remember just like
I think there was
anticipating
like,
leaving. Like, damn it.
yeah,
dude.
they were like, hey, we gotta wait for some people.
Yeah, and I
And
was
then
like,
it was
can we just
like,
take off?
yeah,
Like, I want to get this like over with. And now I'm sat here getting more anxious because we're just
yeah,
sat
and
on the plane.
like my dad has like traveled before for work and other stuff, but like we were not a flying family growing up. And like the more technology that's come in, the worse he's gotten with it. Of like, he's used to like, you go to a travel agency and they like print off a plane ticket like a month beforehand and hand it to you.
Yeah.
So the notion of like, yeah, it's all mobile, use this kiosk and don't talk to a person, and then like get on the plane and see what happens, and like,
See what
no,
happens.
yeah, and then it's like, hey, actually you've got 20 minutes for a connector. Not his style.
No.
So like that whole trip I was like, I am basically traveling for 3.
Yeah.
Like, so the solo flight, that wasn't the best, but after I got there, like, San Fran's great, dude. I highly recommend to anyone. Fantastic city. Carl's great. For anyone who doesn't know, the Fog in San Francisco is named Carl.
The Fog. They've named the Fog.
Yeah, so Carl was there every day. Like, I saw a lot of Carl. Basically, I don't like the subtropical weather pattern, something or other. Like, they basically get fog rolling in every afternoon this time of year, like dense fog.
No
And
shit.
then you can drive like 15 minutes away inland, and it's like a clear blue sky and like 15 degrees warmer. They've got a bunch of like microclimates there, but yeah, the fog's
Carl.
name's Carl,
That's crazy.
with a C, of course, like a respectful Carl.
Hey man, I have an Uncle Carl with a K. I don't want to hear any K Carl slander from you.
But anyways, Carl with a C. He's got his own Instagram that's apparently pretty popular.
Okay.
Are you gonna look at
Yeah, I do. Carl the
Do you think we
Fog.
could Do you think we could get Carl to follow the pod.
I hope so. Karl
That'd be the craziest follow.
the Fog.
For anyone at home, you should also go check out
Yeah,
Karl.
Karl the Fog. Okay, except Meta AI has Karl with a K. AI
Oh,
is
maybe
giving
my
me
friend
Carl
lied
with a
to me.
K. So maybe it's. See, I searched up C Arl. What if I. Oh, Carl, the official Instagram. Here, look at that. There he
Is it
is.
with a K?
It is. And he's
Oh
verified,
my gosh,
dude.
my friend lied.
And it's verified. They have like
Of
a.
course, Carl's verified.
They have like a get ready with me that they posted a day ago. Wow. Okay, Karl the Fog is my new. I'm following them instantly. That's crazy.
How do you get ready for with fog? Like,
Well,
what's the
I
process for
don't. Well,
that?
you want me to tell you? All right, here we go.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually pretty riveted about this.
All right, let's see what they say. First thing I do is I wash my face. I'm all pores and it ends up going pretty fast. I like to use a bunch of too late. Next up, I do some stretching. I start with downward facing dog and move into cobra pose. Basic, I know, but not as bendable as you think. After stretching, I use my stair climber machine to work those cloud tendrils and break a sweat. Oh, this one's too long. I ain't reading all that, but basic. It's cool though. The fog looks really sweet in these places. It actually the video that they took in this like forest where the fog is rolling in kind of reminded me of our hike we took in New Zealand, where it's like just how tight the trees are.
Dude, a lot of the rolling hills, I will say, reminded me of New Zealand, um, and our hikes there. Like that was the biggest like climate that I felt similar to
Yeah.
in parts of San Francisco. We also did Alcatraz, which was super cool.
Carlos
Uh,
with
uh,
the C.
yeah, that one's with the sea. Way smaller than you'd think. Actually, that was like
Really?
the biggest thing. It's tiny. Like there were
Huh.
only like 240, 250 prisoners at a time,
Hmm.
so it was not like big.
You got to see
I
it
also did
though.
like I didn't realize how close to San Francisco it was growing up.
Yeah. Is it a nice
Like I
little
I get it
stone's throw
because
away?
it's like a 15-minute ferry boat.
Oh.
I think it's 1.2 miles from shore, and I was like, oh, I get how people thought they could swim this.
Yeah. How
Like,
they thought they could swim it.
correct. And they used a makeshift raft, and then maybe they got there. Probably not.
No, probably not.
Also, the expression of the weekend, which everyone needs to start using, and we'll figure out a frisbee context for it. But we were all not we all. Most of people were hating on like bikers and e-bikers in cities.
Oh my
Uh,
god, dude.
how they choose which rules to follow when it suits them.
Yes.
Like sometimes they want to act like a car,
Yeah.
sometimes they want to act like a pedestrian.
Yeah.
They rarely are using their bike lane correctly.
No.
But one of my buddies who lives in San Francisco, his apartment's right by like the children's hospital there, and he watched a kid from the children's hospital one time get smoked by an e-biker who was just like ripping through a street designed specifically for no cars to go through because the kids played there. And the term he used was like, "Dude, I just watched that kid get misted,"
Oh.
and I was like, "It's the best." Like, I don't know what part of my brain that activated, but like the entire weekend, it was just like on lock.
They
So I'm
love
trying to
their
figure out, like, in guts terms, like, what does getting misted mean?
their fog related puns, hey?
Yeah, it was like great, and I was like, that was hilarious. So that was like the joke whenever we'd see like an arrogant
Got
biker.
misted.
It was like, yeah, dude, I almost got misted by that bus the other day.
But also on a note, kids, and when I say kids, I mean like maybe middle schoolers that have e-bikes and are like pretending to be cars but have no idea how the road works.
Oh, it's just dangerous, dude.
Terrible, dude. And maybe I'm getting older and annoying, but like that shit pisses me off. What are you doing on the road? You have no idea what you're doing. You're causing a whole lot of trouble. You're
Dude,
5
just
years old and you have a
get back on your razor scooter.
$3,000
Like,
bicycle.
go back to your cul-de-sac.
Yeah, dude. Fuck up your shins while trying to tail whip. We've all been like just
Yeah, man,
like
like it's a rite of passage. What do you mean you're
yeah.
just like already road bound at like 12?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Those kids that pisses me off. That actually frustrates me. So I can see how in like the cities it'd be dreadful.
Yeah. Dude, the other thing,
Dreadful.
did you read? Al Capone does my laundry as a kid.
No.
It's like, hang on, let me make sure. I haven't. I get like I said, I haven't read it since I was like 6. But
For those of you looking for Guts Frisbee content, boy, are you gonna have to wait a few more
or sorry, Al
minutes.
Capone does my shirts.
Oh,
That's the book.
just your shirts.
Yeah. Ooh, there's an audiobook preview. But yeah, it's about because like he went to Alcatraz for a while.
Yeah, I believe
Like he
that.
was there for a series of years because they were like, you can't stay in Chicago. Like you're just gonna run your empire from there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there's a whole book about like the main character is like he lives on the island because his dad's like a security guard, and the inmates did their laundry. So Al Capone was like passing notes out of the laundry to this kid.
Mm.
I mean, I don't remember the rest of it, but
You read this as a child?
yeah, it's like a kid's book.
That's crazy.
It's in like the YA section, I would
Ah,
say.
okay. Sure. I'll have to look that up. Al Capone does my shirts.
Yeah.
That's anyway. On that note, how about frisbee, dude? There was a frisbee thing that happened
There was
relatively
a frisbee
recently.
thing that happened.
Did you realize that was a Wisco disc?
Yeah, it was the one that was on my couch.
Oh, yeah,
I haven't even unsealed my IFT swag pack yet.
yeah. I don't. My IFT frisbee is in my car.
Which, funnily enough, I think the swag pack came with um, I was gonna say paper towels, like Kleenex, which actually I need right now.
Could
So
have been useful.
that was turns out actually very useful part of the player's pack.
Open that up. That's on you.
And then I know the little flag that they did was super cool.
That was really sweet.
In
Yeah.
that as well. Again, I haven't opened mine, but I've seen other people's, and that
Yes.
looks that looks
Yeah.
nice.
I did have. Oh, were you there? You must have been because your car was still there. I got my because I wasn't there Saturday. And I got my pack.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that.
My
probably.
bag had been sat in the back of your car for the weekend.
Oh yeah. And
I grabbed that
the
bag.
butteriest frisbee.
I could have put my pinky through this disc. It was the
Yeah.
butteriest, most moldable plastic I've ever felt.
Dude, you want to talk about a taco?
Oh, dude.
I've thought about that. So you know how like in the NHL they keep game pucks like in a cooler
Yes, they do have. Yep.
or like a refrigerator?
Yep.
What if we do that on the opposite side? Like we put guts discs in a warmer,
Mm.
like they have for like
Oh, that yeah, some sort
like
of
for like pizza stuff, you know, like or like other food to keep it warm. And we just like kept guts discs in there and pulled them out so they were nice and warm and bendable.
we order a couple pies from Domino's. The guy gets there. We don't actually want the pizzas. We want that bag of yours. You can keep.
But
the
you
pizza.
no, but you want at least one pizza on the bottom to give off the residual
to keep
heat,
it hot.
and then you put the pizzas in the top or the frisbees in the top pizza slots, so that in that warmer so that the frisbees stay nice and toasty.
Now that there is an idea because there's nothing worse than cold discs on the hand.
Well, either that in the middle of the summer. Why don't we just have a designated car?
True.
that all the
They all
frisbees
just
sit in,
bacon.
and they're all just baking in there.
Oh my god. So
All
that
right,
was
yeah.
buttery.
Also,
The IFT.
yeah, I somewhat IFT related. I feel like we buried the lead. We should probably say congratulations to your sister and Hunter on getting married.
Yeah. Okay, we'll
Which-
jump back to the.
Yeah,
yes.
congratulations. What's the reason that you weren't there Saturday for the IFT? Like, sad you missed out. Very,
Yeah, true.
worthwhile, important reasons. It sounds like the wedding went great from what you were telling me.
Oh, it went so well. Yeah, it looked really well. Everything went really well. She looked beautiful. The venues looked really nice. I got Kev McCarthy dancing at the reception, which was maybe a highlight, like a top highlight from the day, was Kevin McCarthy on the dance floor. Which
I
was a
can imagine.
blast.
Because I imagine it's like if we got Luke on the dance floor,
Which I
can't
did.
Imagine.
I did. We did. He was there.
Wait,
he
can you-
danced. Yes.
Can you imagine both of them?
Yes,
Like, I
because
don't
it happened. Yes, I witnessed it.
Like, my FOMO has gotten so big now. Of like, I can't even picture one of them, let alone both of them, hitting moves on the dance floor.
Oh, simultaneously, and Robin, dude, like it was, yeah, a sight to behold. So that
Oh,
was
wow.
the night went
That's
great.
fantastic.
The night went really, really well. Julianne looked great. The venues looked great. It all went really smoothly. It was overall it went really, really well. It went
Yeah,
really,
selfishly,
really well.
seeing Juliana and a picture of Juliana and Mike during the first dance, and I was like, yeah, Mike Galisic, you can sell houses.
Yep.
and do a mean tango.
Yes, he can. I wonder if I do have one picture that I think sums it up. My experience on the dance floor, which I'm just gonna rip to really quickly, and I know where it is because my dad sent it to me. And I'm actually kind of pissed that I didn't save it because this is a funny photo, which means I'll have to save it. If there's one thing that sums up how my evening on the dance floor went, I'm gonna get to my solo shot, just so you boys can see it. Oh, maybe not. This glare might be too much. The glare is way too much. Anyways, well, this will be the. You'll have to tune into Facebook because this will be the picture that I post for the
Yeah, the
that goes
Facebook and
with
the
it.
Insta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's we had a blast. It went really, really well. So shout out Juliana Hunter. Um, it went really, really well. But
Yeah,
yes,
next time someone gets married, let's make sure it's not on the IFT weekend. Just as a general PSA, which they tried to do.
they
Like I give
did.
them props for trying, but like I think we just say like the last 2 weeks of July are always free from frisbee tournaments.
True.
Like without a doubt, the last 2 weeks of July are okay. Get married then,
Uh,
or the last 2 weeks of June. Like last two
true.
weeks of June, last 2 weeks of July, the middle 2 weeks of August. I
Anyways,
feel like the Family Guy bit where they're like, I think they're talking about like coming to the U.S. and Peter's like, "Ah, America," and he's like, "Where everyone has rights," and then he gets like narrower and narrower about who has them.
see,
I'm just like, yeah, like all throughout the summer, it's like, actually, you know what? No, the fall's great. Get married in the fall or like spring. April weddings are fantastic. Like, just avoid the frisbee season altogether.
that's incredible. Hell yeah.
But yeah,
Speaking of,
so I don't. Do you want me to just dig into Saturday since you weren't
well, first and
there?
foremost,
Yeah, also probably a better
first
way
and
to start.
foremost,
Bob,
Shadow Bop,
Bob.
Bop, ladies and gentlemen, dude, gang. Well, here, let's see if I can.
Their second IFT,
Yeah, well, they,
I think
yes.
they won in 2020, or their
Yeah.
third. It might be their third.
No, I thought the one 2 years ago
So
was their first.
I think you. No, I think you're right. Because last year was Hardwood.
Yep.
The year before was Bop. The year before that, I think, was Whiskey Disc.
I think that yes. That is correct. So I
Yeah, because
think
what I'm thinking of was 2023 when they beat us at the Nationals because they had won the first three tournaments, but that was their first IFT.
yes, that is
So
correct.
Bop's second IFT,
Yep.
Capo's first IFT, because everyone else was on the squad that won in 2023.
Yep.
Um,
Shout out.
also, just like looking at there was a picture somewhere of like just the players, but like the difference between Bop's first time winning it, when it's like, hey, we all just like got out of college and are like in our early 20s, and now it's like, God, you guys got a lot of people in these pictures, man.
Yeah, dude, and it's beautiful. It's
It's like
really
it's
nice to
spouses,
see.
it's kids, like it's significant others.
Oh, it's terrific. It's
There's
really, really
just a
nice.
small child looking at Kyle for some reason.
Yeah, dude, and
I don't know whose kid that is either.
Kyle is having an embrace. We're gonna really zoom in on.
Just Kyle and this kid.
Come on now. I mean, does it
Oh
get
man.
any better than that, dude? I love it. If anyone knows whose small child that is,
Yeah, I'm seriously questioning.
let
I have
us
no
know.
idea. Because I was like, Al's holding his kid. Steve-O's got his very young child up there, but I'm like, I don't know whose kid that is, man.
Yeah. So shout out Bop.
But
Both
yeah,
majors so
and
far.
I do have to say, A predicted it, called that Bob was going to win this tournament again.
Yep.
And B, dude, it was like clean. Like, it wasn't the bop, like, we're going to have a bunch of fun on Saturday, not care how Saturday ends up, and then get to Sunday. Um, Getting into the tournament a little bit, we thought it was going to be that way. So there were 15 teams. We didn't quite get to that 16 that we thought we were going to, but still a really good turnout. Like 15 deep teams.
Yeah,
But
dude.
pool
This.
play was
Yeah.
not like the typical we have our set pools and you play within your pool. Um, so the teams that we played didn't all play the same teams.
Yes.
A lot of teams had 4 round robin games. Wolfpack did not. Just a couple teams had to sit out because we had 7 fields. So 4 teams only played 3 games, which was totally fine. Happy that everyone got at least their 3 games in. Um, but I know like a couple teams just had like a brutal like pool. Like we were fine. Like we had whiskey disc first thing Saturday morning. Um, very much played like it was first thing Saturday morning. Like I think I sat the first two switches and we were down like 15-7. And I was like, all right, we're not doing this anymore. Like we dumped 3 times. Also, dude, we got screwed. So first thing in the morning, there was no wind.
Yeah.
Lose the flip. I did not win a single flip this weekend, man.
Damn
Like
it.
the magic from Wisco's gone.
Damn it.
I went like I think I was like 8 for 9 in Wisco,
That was
and
the
like
issue. The
the law
flips.
of averages came back. I could not win a flip to save my life, but they took shot, and I just like picked a side because it didn't
Because
matter.
there was
It
no
was
wind.
cloudy. There was no
Yeah.
wind. At the first switch, the wind just picked up like aggressively,
Oh no.
and we were now had a headwind coming into us. So we had to play a game where we didn't get to start with the wind, and we're finishing into the wind without any benefits of a downwind to start the game.
Damn it.
And it was like, what the heck, man? So it
That's
was like we
terrible.
had a bad first switch too. Like it was like a 7-4 switch, and then the wind picked up, and then it was like 8-3 after that, which is how we got to 15-7. And then like we started to actually play better, and like it was way too intense for a first game. I remember like Derek like 1 or 2 shots just threw a no turnaround backhand, and then by the end of the game it was like full speed rips. And it was like we were all like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's ease into this. And
Pump
then
the
like
brakes.
3 points happened, and it was like bag, and it was like, oh shoot, now we gotta like try hard. Like Cam was diving already,
Hell yeah.
and it was super fun and like got us into it. But then we had Blood and Guts, and then one of the 2 women's teams, which we will get to in a little bit because that was super cool.
Yes.
Um, but I know like Bop had like Boomtown, who was playing way too good to start the week.
Yeah.
Like Monty in like another top team. Like there were just some of the top teams played like a grueling pool schedule.
Well, Boomtown, dude, they had to go through like Whiskey, Bop.
There's one other in there. I think they also played Monty. I think.
Yeah, like they played
Uh,
3 of the
but they
top
also,
3
dude,
teams.
it was like it felt vintage of like Boomtown's the 1 seed at the IFT and has a bye, and I was like, dang, this was like a decade of my frisbee career. uh, but yeah, it was super, super action packed
Yeah.
pools.
Yeah.
We can see here how it all shook out.
Yeah, so this is the start of winners. I would zoom it in a little more, but I guess I'm running out of space here.
Which is fine. I think we can at least see everything.
Yep.
Big first round matches that I want to point out would be first of all, Misfits and Burn was a heck of a series. We had BTE, which is one of the 2 women's teams.
I got a shirt, by the way. I got one of those shirts.
Yeah, I think a shirt and scissors ended up on my bag, and I don't know where either
those
of them went.
those were for me.
Okay, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I absolutely cropped that BTE shirt that I got, which I'm
also,
looking forward to.
The funniest thing, so BTE was Maddie, who is Juice's daughter, Rachel. I'm trying to think back. Jenny was on that team.
I don't have the list pulled up.
Shelby was the 4th person, who I never met Shelby before. Shelby's awesome.
Oh, Shelby's great.
Shelby's hilarious.
Yes, dude.
Also, because they kept saying, and they said it like 4 times when we played them in our first 2 or 3, and we were dying the whole time. But Shelby, every time we'd go to throw, was like, big hands, bigger tits, and it was so funny.
Yeah,
like we were just cracking up, and they were super fun to play, and they like, dude, they're pretty good. Like they got some shots.
Emily, dude, the thumber.
Like I think Emily was playing with
the other women's team, I believe.
Wooden Nickel, who we played in pools, because Emily kept just sniping Hool on the 5.
It was
with
nuts.
That summer.
Nuts, dude.
But I was like, dude, it's good. Also, I think Emily had more bags than Max on the weekend. Because she bagged me once. She got JV twice.
Hell yeah.
I think she got Hool once. Like, dude,
yeah.
she's got hands already. And it was, I think, her first actual tournament.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
You know, she's been in some practices, but I think that was her first like tournament experience. But we had a good 2 games with them. It was super fun. But yeah, Burn Misfits. I don't know if I think it was 2, but Misfits was a team that I helped put together with Ryan Scott. So it was kind of a ragtag group. It was Nick Jackson and Jared Colvin from Wisconsin. Our friend of the pod, Dan, uh, who I'm excited to talk about his progression in a second here. Our buddy Jake Paquette, Tanner's cousin, and Mando, and then Johnny Hopkins making his return to the IFT, who, if you don't know him, is one of the sweetest human beings on the planet. Um, but they uh, beat Burn, and then they took Bop 3, which is what you don't see
Shit.
there. And I think they like got crushed in game 1 and then like came roaring back in game 2. Um, but Dan all of a sudden just picked up like a gnarly flip in the wind
Hell
that
yeah.
he didn't tell me he had,
He
and
just
was just
whips
like,
that
"Oh
thing
yeah,"
up.
like I because they he said too they were like they were playing. He and Mando were switching off wind side, so that Mando could throw his two finger with the wind at his back,
Yeah.
and then Dan could ride that flip
Yeah.
into the wind.
Yep.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I just like started to play good enough that they kept me in on both sides." And it was kind of like
Shit.
that you and Luke, like that first time you guys really played good at the Keweenaw Classic. Of I was like, "Oh, we're friends, like getting really into frisbee and improving. Like this is really fun to see."
Hell yeah.
And then the other big series uh, from that was Wally World and Lawton's Vineyard, who was usually full compliance. Lawton's Vineyard, so it was like Tom and Nick and their crew. But Wally World just like played super good.
Hell yeah.
Um, and it was like I know like I was hearing some roars from that field because they were pretty close to us, and it looked like it was just like a just battle of a series. Um, and then into the second round, like I said, Shuttlebop and Misfits went 3. Um, I think Hardwood cleaned up Wally World pretty good. Hardwood was chugging on Saturday. Like
Yeah.
they were just all business, like caught everything, doing what they do. The other big one was Boomtown Monty went 21-19 game 3 or
Wow.
something like that. It might have gone to extras, but it was I'll get to our series in a second because it's one of the most intense frisbee series I've had in a minute. But like we were the last two series playing because even though Shuttlebop and Misfits went 3, they started before us. And just like it wasn't their games went faster even though they were still close. But Dan was telling me that like we were the last ones playing, so we were like early game 3 against Whiskey Disc, and he was like, I mean, Monty Boomtown was 16s, so like half the crowd just left to go watch the end of that game. Um, and if you like see any of Scott Stokely's, who we haven't touched on yet, I'm sure we'll get to later in this, but one of his things was like towards the end of that series, and Bob just soaks him like right in the seam,
Hell
and they
yeah.
were down 1, and then Bob scored to tie it.
Hell yeah, Bob.
But it was like there was like good lighthearted chirping, like the energy was intense. It was like I kind of missed it because when I first started playing, there were IFT Saturdays like this of like you couldn't leave Saturday afternoon because there was at least one, if not two, really good series. But yeah, I know you weren't here for this, but I'm curious before we get into the Wolfpack whiskey disc. What were your impressions from other people telling you about Saturday, or like what you heard and things that you
I
saw?
my main takeaway, and I guess it kind of bleeds into Sunday, was I I guess I didn't really talk to Boomtown guys as much as I should have, but I'm kind of shocked at like they kicked ass all of Saturday, and then us and them did the same thing on Sunday.
Yeah, so
Like
I will say,
that.
and we because we had parallel paths Sunday, which we'll get into. I didn't really see we didn't interact with them at all at the tournament. Like we didn't play
No,
them. We were never on the same half the bracket.
no.
Like we busted out at the exact same time. I will say though, because we had a bye on Saturday during the one round robin game, and they were playing in front of our field against. I think it was when they played Whiskey Disc and Pools after we played them. That was the best movement from Ryan Scott and like the most youthful movement I've seen from him in like 5 years.
Hell yeah, dude. I
Like
love that.
Ryan looked unreal.
I
Like he was getting
fucking
to
love that.
everything.
Yeah,
And I know
dude.
like the last couple of years he'd had like some back problems and stuff that he'd been working through. But I was like, dude, he looks spry. Like
Hell yeah.
he's getting to every frisbee. And I
Let's
was like, oh,
go.
it's like watching again old Boomtown of like if it's up, Ryan's there, and his fish hook was just like untouchable. And it was like they were riding that. Their team defense was super good between like Will and Ian, and like Chris was popping a bunch of stuff. And like Scott's hands weren't there to start the day, but dude, he threw so hard.
Yeah, and again, like I didn't get to because I wasn't there Saturday, and then it just worked out. We were playing at the same time, and
Right.
then we got eliminated at the same time. I didn't get to see it happen.
No, like none of it whatsoever. I was waiting for it. And I kind of chided him for it. Because Mike Banghart came. And technically, he was on the roster and he paid, so he could have played. And like Mikey was like, had these injuries. I'm not necessarily fully retired, but like I'm not really playing right
Yeah,
now. And I was like, Mike, you guys are gonna go down like 9-13 first switch of winter semis, and you're gonna be like, screw it, I'm coming back in. Because he threw in warm-ups like once. And like his stakers, I'm sorry, dude, his staker's still better than yours.
I
That
would
thing
imagine. Yeah, I
was
mean,
gnarly. He threw like 10 discs, and I was like, oh my god, the shot's still there. Like no one's catching him if he comes in. And I was waiting for it just to see like the vintage, like he moves to the other whip, like Will moves back to the middle, and I'm like, cool, Boomtown, like full Boomtown's back. We're all screwed. They're randomly gonna win the IFT. I wish it would have happened.
that would have been fun. But yeah, that's my biggest takeaway is like
Yeah.
they played tough fucking opponents on Saturday. Like I don't think they had a single easy game all of round robin or bracket, and then
No, and I mean, even you think about it, of like, they had the buy, but like to get Monty of the teams,
I know, right?
like they got one of the two. We were talked about it. I think I mentioned the preview of like there were 8 to 10 like super good teams. If you're not playing good, they can beat you.
Yeah,
But there were like six they could take top two, top three in this tournament teams, and like they got one of them, we got the other. In like they had to play Monty,
yeah,
and it was like, yeah, your reward is like a a local team who's going to play red hot Saturday night.
yeah,
Good luck.
right, exactly. They took care of business though on Saturday night. So
Maybe that was it. Maybe we got too tired Saturday night
is that what
because
it
we
was?
we we also had like parallel paths of Saturday night really tough series that we barely squeaked out into Sunday.
Well, so
Um,
speaking of, talk to me about what I missed Saturday night.
yeah. So for Saturday night, this Wolfpack should probably just say O'Malley's. So we rocked the Irish green Saturday as an homage.
I did see that. I'm gonna be honest. Really bummed I didn't get to
That you missed
wear
out.
an O'Malley's jersey.
Yeah,
Like that
dude.
would
And I
have,
was like,
oh,
it
that
was
would have
super cool for
completed something for me. Like,
it was super cool that like Luke got to wear it too, because like I'd only played with them one or two tournaments before, but Luke had to leave Saturday afternoon for the reception at your sister's wedding, as we mentioned. Showed up for round robin for us. I think just based on like the pace of the day, he had to leave either partway through or before our first winners bracket game
yep.
with the extra round robin game. But so it was literally like the Varrigans, me, my brother, and Hool. And I was like, well, this just is O'Malley's.
Yeah,
We might as well wear
fact.
the jerseys. I think after Luke left, we did say O'Malley's uh, in the huddles
Hell
Saturday
yeah.
night. Um, but yeah, game one, we didn't show up straight up. Like,
Mm,
I think we lost 21-16. We couldn't find a like clean lineup. We tried some
sure.
stuff. We were trying to figure it out. They came in playing well, and then game two, like Cool stepped up and was like, "Hey, we've tried some stuff. We got to pick something we think's gonna work and stick with it for a while. See what happens." And like we found a groove that worked. Um, we were no one was catching a lot. I think I'll start there. Like
Yeah.
it was so windy Saturday afternoon that it was like not quite the rain in Wisco, but it was two or three catches and like a non-dump was going to decide the game.
Yeah.
And so it was like points, 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 and we just dumped one or two fewer times than they did. Had a couple clutch catches, and then game three we were even the entire game, and then Hool like halfway through it was like, "Hey, my hands just like they woke up." He was like,
Hell
"Just
yeah.
trust me," because Adam had been in the middle, and he was uncatchable. Like
Yeah.
he was throwing just rockets with the wind, both sides, like into the wind. His shot was flattening out and getting like a really nice tight spin, like with the wind at his back, like they were aces. And like the same as the rest of us, like we were all struggling to catch, but who was like, I think I got some hands in me, like put me inside, and like he and I crunched like a Derek backhand on one,
Hell yeah.
and then we got a dump to end the game, which is never how you want to win a game like that, but it was like just do enough,
Yeah.
like it just scrape and claw, and it
Shit.
was like it was an intense series. Like there was a big crowd, which you're not usually used to for a Saturday game, but it was kind of that like, oh, you're the last ones playing, so like 20, 30 people are just sticking
Yeah.
around, like getting
Hell
into
yeah.
it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that brings us to Sunday, my guy.
That's sick. And then this is where, so I was talking to Luke. This might be the first tournament in my frisbee career where I did the whole I missed Saturday, show up Sunday thing.
I
Like
feel like we all
I
do it once.
I don't know if I genuinely don't know if I've ever done it until this tournament, which was weird. That was weird for me. Showing up Sunday morning and like a really important game of frisbee being my first game
So
of
I'm curious
frisbee
for
for the
you.
weekend.
So I'll start with my impressions, and I'll let you ramble for a while because I had to fill in all of Saturday. But I can say like we usually have a routine together warming up. Um,
Oh, it just
that I
didn't happen. The
that I think got
whole
even
day
like
was
strengthened
weird.
even more after like going through Australia, even though we were
Yeah.
on different teams, because like we'd show up at the same time, we'd warm up at the same time. Um, but I feel like you had to condense your Saturday and Sunday of like we were starting to get prepped for hardwood, and you were still like saying hi to people because you missed out on that Saturday morning of like, yeah, you got to
Yes.
go say hi to
You
everyone, you
have
got
to
to
say
meet
hi to
everyone,
everyone.
like
Yeah.
you got to greet everyone, like how are you doing? And it's like I feel like you had to like condense that.
Yeah, and then everyone asked about the wedding, which naturally,
Yeah,
not that was a bad thing, but like every conversation just went on those few extra minutes because people are asking about the wedding, which was beautiful.
yeah, and then
It was just
I felt
yeah.
like I wasn't like completely locked into play yet either. And I
No,
was
and
like,
then like it just felt, and then Mike had to, well, not Mike, feel bad for Case, feel really bad for Case.
yeah, that was
That's
the other thing I
terrible.
totally forgot about that
Yeah.
happened there
So
at the same time.
so Mike was like ready to go, and then Case had that horrific injury happen, and then had to go 10 with him. And then when he came back, everyone had like finished warming up,
Yeah, and
and
we
it
were
was
like,
just
"Who are you ready?" And he was like, "No."
he's like, no, but I guess. And like, yeah, I don't know. It just felt really not rushed, but like my rhythm was off because
No, and I think that would be the thing. It felt like it dragged at weird points and then it rushed, like it accordioned instead of
yeah,
like
it
a
was
smooth
so
build up warm up process.
yeah, it was really weird. It was really
And like
strange.
I feel like I did not do an adequate job warming up. Like the I don't know, it should have been like it's winter semis on Sunday, but I
Yeah,
felt like I couldn't get in my rhythm even like from getting to the field.
yeah.
Um and I think we saw that like, game 1 we did not play well as a
No,
team. Um
no.
Game 2 it was what 26-24? Like it was super back and forth.
I think it ended 26-28.
Or 26-28. That's right.
Yeah,
I knew one of the teams said 26.
yeah,
So like it went huge into overtime. Luke played super good
yeah,
in
dude.
that second game. Like
Yeah,
I know like we started with our end of Saturday lineup to start the game, and then I was like, "Hey, I don't feel good to get into the wind yet. Like, let's get Braden involved." You and I switched after the first switch game 1, but then like towards the end of game 1 or the start of game 2, we were like, "Luke feels locked. Like, let's put him in," and he played great. Like he
yeah,
carried us a lot of that part. He had a couple huge ups.
yeah.
On that end, like keeping the frisbee alive, a couple
Yes,
big catches. Like he
yep.
was snapping good, and
Oh
it
yeah,
was so it's like yeah, he was like the big reason that we like found a lineup that worked to get us to like a chance in overtime.
yeah. Luke was a big part. He had a couple really big plays in backfields, running down discs. Particularly that one. I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. I feel like it was getting close to the end of the game, um, and it hits my end. I don't know if at this point I was on the end, or if Adam was on the end and it was me, or if it was Mike on the end then me then Adam or whatever. But I remember going to chase down a disc that had flown, and out from behind me here comes Luke, and he's back there keeping a disc alive in time for us to get to it. And I remember that was
Yeah, dude,
really fucking sick.
that was crazy.
Yeah. So Luke McCarthy played really fucking good. Um, which I love because Luke's a boy, and I know how much work he puts in to play really fucking good.
Yeah, I genuinely, and maybe this is just like my brain already trying to heal and like remove. key details from Sunday. I don't remember how we lost to Hardwood. Like, I don't remember how. I know we were
Um,
evens at like 24s and probably 25s. Like, I genuinely don't remember how they got the advantage swing. Was it just like a catch
yeah,
at 27, 26?
I
Like,
think, yeah. So I guess talking about myself, I started really slow. Like the team started slow. I remember me almost feeling like embarrassed at how slow I started. At least like game one. I feel like I picked it up come the end of that game, and then I feel like against Monty I played really well. But I remember starting slow. And I also remember in that second game having a few like chances to put it away and they'd make a good defensive play, or like I have one in my head where we had a chance to win, so I just ripped one, and it started at like Hogan's shoulder and finished at like his calf, and he just like had that perfect, like he went and attacked it kind of like a
oh, dude, I
thumber.
remember that pop, dude.
It
That thing was
was,
disgusting.
like we had a few of those where I had the chance to win, like, and we couldn't pull it through. But yeah, I mean, they just played really well. Hardwood played really, really fucking well. Um, and then I remember how it ended. I think Hogan got the disc off of an up, um, and then he blew it through Adam and I's gap. But I guess how they
Which
got the
he was
advantage.
doing a lot.
Yes, yeah, and it
Like
was. I mean,
Hogan
it
in that
was.
wind was like
Yeah.
Hogan normally is very hard to catch, but
Oh
dude,
my
that
god.
wind was just sliding his backhand
Yeah, it
like
was
all over the
gross.
place.
Yeah,
It
and
was
it
like
was a
I don't.
perfect spot, and yeah, yeah. So I guess how they got the advantage, I can't remember, but I remember like they played really good defense because I feel like we had a couple chances to at least put game two away, and it didn't, the disc didn't go our way that day.
Yeah.
Which is the way it happens. And again, I was talking to Luke. It's kind of weird. I don't remember the last time that the team we lost to wasn't in the finals.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
You
A
know?
lot of the times it's the tournament winner, but like they usually always are in the finals. Even if we take like a fourth or a fifth,
Yeah.
it's like bop on their warpath
Right.
half the time.
So that was weird.
Or like
Also,
when we
finishing
lost like
T5 was
yeah, like
interesting.
when we lost like Monty for T5, like they ended up taking second at the IFT a couple years ago. So
Right.
like and like Hardwood took third. Like
Yeah.
they pushed. I gonna be honest with you, I don't think we watched any of winners finals, or I don't remember it.
Um, I think Luke and I stayed for a bit. And then we
Maybe I
caught,
saw game one if I
yeah,
stayed.
and then we caught the rest of it on the Facebook stream. Shout out Jim Moak, does a phenomenal fucking job.
Yes, I was gonna say I was able to watch the finals
Yep, and
on
then watch the
Facebook Live,
finals.
like
Yep.
eating a hot and ready at my dad's
Damn
house
right,
or
dude.
something.
Damn straight.
The saddest pizza in the world. Um, but yeah, getting into the rest of
You want me to move down to the losers bracket?
yeah, from what I saw from Charlotte Bop Boomtown, Sunday Bop just showed up and
Yeah,
like
they
they were just
did.
too much.
Yeah, they
Like
did.
they were untouchable. So yeah, starting it off, I'm trying to think of where to go first. Um, God, Whiskey Disc made a run. Like you look at
Yeah,
just the
dude.
entire losers brackets, just Whiskey like ripping through Burn. Wally World who had a really good tournament. Like super unfortunate with the roaches. Like Braden mentioned, Case. I think it's did he get the X-ray back? If it was
Um,
broken or
I
sprained.
don't know. I know he's in a boot and they've got him on like a scooter at work. I don't know if he got a second one though. I know he got I don't remember the results of the first one, but I remember there was talk about getting a second one because the swelling might have been too much for
And
the
it
scans to
really seemed
read.
broken.
It
Like
looked really bad. For those of you that seen the pictures and there was a video that was sent, boy,
yeah,
it looks really bad.
it's like a golf ball isn't big enough. There's like a baseball
Oh
lump
yeah,
on the
dude,
outside of his ankle. But so they
crazy.
roaches had only had 5 this weekend. So the emergency Mike Mullet pull Sunday morning, which was also a whole part of this of like we were trying to focus on our thing, and then like Mullet, who was there to like hang out with us and cheer us on, was like, Mike, you got to play like for roaches right now.
Now you gotta go.
But they were all discombobulated. They were focused on Case, and like Wally World was a really solid team.
Yeah,
Knocked him out. But yeah, and then you watch like Whiskey just like Boomtown, and Boomtown did what we did of like coming off a team who's won a couple games already in the losers bracket. And this was the one where like this was the more surprising one of like Boomtown loses to Bop. I get it, like Sunday Bop at the IFT. I would have been curious to watch this game. Um, from the few tidbits I heard, it sounds like Boomtown, like they just lost their hands, like they
Mm,
just weren't catching whiskey disc shots,
damn.
and whiskey disc hands are way too good. Of like you have to be on
Yeah.
in order to have a chance of beating them, and it sounds like they kind of did what we did. Of like there was a mental lapse
Yeah.
that they had at the wrong time.
And that's frisbee. End of the day, we're throwing
Yeah. So
plastic at each
then,
other, and yeah, that's what happens.
gosh, what we lost to Monty 1921, I think is where it ended up.
Yeah, and we were down.
We
We were
started
down big.
down,
Like it
dude.
was it was 15-8 at one point. We were down, and then it
I
got
think
to
yeah,
eighteen
it was a
eighteen.
14-8 switch, and Monty scored after that shot to make
Yeah,
it 15-8.
and then it got 18-18 at one point. And I can't really remember how that game ended. But
Um,
I mean, that like Monty played really fucking good. Like end of
I know
story.
Turcotte it
Yes,
at the end
yeah,
of that game.
yeah.
I will be haunted by the shot that got scored on Cam and I's gap to end that game.
Oh, is that where it went? Oh, I do remember that now. Yeah, I do remember
Yeah,
that now.
and
Yeah.
I'm still like very angered at myself for not crushing that gap harder. I mean, it was a great shot. Like I don't know if I think I got like a brushed fingertip on it, like, but that it was not like over our heads. Like we could have reacted fast enough to catch it, but
Well,
I know at
speaking
one point,
speaking
like
of Turcotte, quick.
I threw a thumber at Turcotte,
Yes,
and he chested it and then caught it off his own chest, and I was like, "What do you mean,
he's
dude?"
so sick.
Like it
He's
was
so sick.
disgusting, and I
I
was like,
love
"No,
that man.
man."
Speaking of, shout out Tyler Turcotte, Spirit of Guts Award.
Yes,
Tyler,
we will.
you don't know it yet, but we're gonna be reaching out to you. We're gonna get you sometime on the pod. You and
Yes, it's gonna be
Steve-O
a
are the
great episode.
yes, sometime we'll be reaching out to you.
But
But
Tyler Turcotte has to wear his Spy Kids 3 Game Over racing sunglasses, and everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about while he's on the pod.
yeah, so shout out Tyler Turcotte, shout out Monte Carlo. I love all of those boys. They're just such a blast to play against and just be around.
Yeah, you never want to lose, but it feels a little less bad losing to MFC.
Yeah, Monte fucking Carlo, baby.
Yeah, so I have seen no part of Hardwood Whiskey Disc in the losers finals.
Yeah,
All I know is I think that was also a 21-18 or 21-19
I
game.
feel like it was another close game. This was like I was driving back with Luke, and we had gotten into a spot where reception was like spotty, so the Facebook stream didn't load
Yeah.
as much as it should have or could have, I guess, which is on me. But then I was able to watch most of the finals, like the finals.
Yeah, I know a little bit, and other people can fill in more so. But I think there was like they were tied, and there was just like an unfortunate dump late in the game that
Mm,
Whiskey took advantage of.
yeah,
But the finals, what did we say about Bop, dude? Like,
they just bop, and the best they were down too. Like they were down.
oh, they started game 2 terribly.
Well, they started game one almost the same way. Like it was either a 7-4 or like an 8-3 switch. Whiskey was up, and
Yeah.
then
Also, and then like Bop woke up, and I liked because it felt a little bit like how we won last year. Of it wasn't just like one player being fed.
mm,
Like Bop's core showed up in droves.
hell yeah,
It was weird, right? Because it wasn't as much Will as it normally is. Because like their lineup was so stacked that Will could basically do the like, oh, you don't want to come down here role
yeah,
of like just because I think he played an end in the finals, and it was just like, cool, this end whip is gone. You have to try and beat the other 3 guys.
yeah.
But like in game 1, dude, how many times can Carter hit 1
That's
and ace
crazy,
them?
dude. It's
Because
nuts.
it was like it was Tim at first, and Tim's got everyone else like unbelievable hands,
Yeah,
and Carter's hitting him like fingertips outside, like ace up high, and it's just like disgusting. And then they were like, all right, we're gonna move Tim in, and Tim had a meaty pop on him. And then Carter goes, fine, I'll just hit Bert outside hand. And he got Bert like 3 times, and Bert's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, it's perfect.
yeah, dude. Carter threw. I feel like some of the best frisbee that I've ever seen him throw.
Oh, yeah, and obviously we weren't there in person, but like the video is some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen from the
That
live.
nuts.
Like, I am excited when we get the raw footage back from the phones to see that from behind and not just on the sideline of like it has to look nasty just watching that just cut away from
Yeah,
someone's
dude.
hand and like hit their outstretched fingertips. Um, but yeah, he played like elite, elite. It was one of those like you could pick so many people for MVP because I started watching game one knowing that like because I rewatched it knowing that Steve-O got MVP, and I was like, how does Carter not get this MVP for the win? And then like Steve-O just closed game one out, played super solid once they started to come back in game two, and then like Al took over in the middle and was just throwing like swing and miss flips. And I was like, how does Al not get
Yeah,
MVP?
dude. No,
Like,
yeah.
it was.
Yeah, their whole team fucking nails. Shuttlebop, nails.
And
All of
like,
you.
dude, Whiskey just like
Yeah.
they played good. Like, it's not like they played so bad that they shouldn't have been in the
No.
finals, or
Yeah,
like
right.
they played good enough to win a finals. It just felt like, and we've experienced this before, dude. Like, Bop found a gear that other teams are still struggling to match.
Yeah.
Would be
Yeah.
the way I put it. Of like they have that level of like it's usually from my experience like third switch of a finals game, almost like the Warriors in the third quarter. Like they've had a couple switches, they've found out your game plan, like they've adjusted to your shots, and then they're like, "Cool, what more do you have? Like this isn't enough anymore. Like you need an extra gear to beat us."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Do you have that?" Because they do, and it's
It's also just a blast to watch.
yeah, it's also just crazy good frisbee,
Yeah.
and they throw like I feel like they. I don't know if a lot of people would argue that they have the best shots of any frisbee team. Like
Oh, yeah. And
especially adding
yes.
Capo's backhand, which
Yeah,
seems
dude.
unfair. Like, can we throw a red flag on that addition? Like, can we get the league commissioner to come in and be like, "This is an unfair trade.
Veto this.
Sir, not allowed. You guys don't need this.
Oh,
You're already
man.
loaded."
Yeah, so sick. And also shout out Whiskey for being in the finals. Shout out let me see. Tim, Bert, Rudy, Derek, Max,
And Lucas.
and Lucas. Shout out. Shout out Whiskey Disc. Hell of a fucking run through the losers bracket.
Yeah, dude, Rudy played unreal
Yeah,
in the
dude.
middle.
Yeah,
I
dude.
missed seeing really good frisbee Rudy.
Yes.
Which it's not like he hasn't been here in a couple years. Like he played super good for um, Monty the last couple years. But like, dude was a stud in the middle against
Oh, he's
Bob.
a beauty. I love Rudy so much in the fact that if you could throw a disc that on almost anyone else, it would like handcuff them in a weird spot. Where Rudy, he'll just like stick out his chest
No,
and he'll
dude,
just hit him.
he's the inverse. You need to aim at his hands
It's
because you
nuts.
have a better chance of scoring it than against his body,
It's
which is
nuts.
crazy because he's got really good hands, but he has perfect chest ups and belly ups.
Yeah, because he'll pop it and it'll just be like on a platter, and all
It's like,
Carter
here,
or
Bert,
Steve will have
here,
to do.
Derek,
Yeah,
like
just step out. Here it is. Oh, there's a perfect. There it is. Oh, very nice. Fucking
yeah.
sick.
I also do have to say because it was weird on Saturday. So like we went at Derek's side a lot.
Mm.
And we've played with Derek so much, we've seen Derek shot so much that like the O'Malley's guys are really comfortable playing
Yeah,
defense around that shot.
sure.
And obviously when Derek starts to get on a heater, like get off of him. But like he did that in the finals. Like he was back to like he's the dump shot guy. Like that backhand is just ripping Derek. And it was like, yeah, between him and Rudy, it was like, cool. You can't go to this half. You have to try Tim and Bert. And
Yeah.
like good luck.
Good luck with that. Because that other half has Bert, and rule 1A of any team with Bert is don't hit Bert. So like,
Although I do have to say, I don't think Bob cared.
no, I'm sure they didn't.
Which is crazy. Like, and maybe that means that they're like cut from a different cloth. If they're like, no, like our 1B is like, unless we want to hit Bert, then we hit Bert.
Oh, Jesus.
There's
Anyways.
like an addendum to the clause, and it's just like, don't hit Bert, and then just like a parenthesis, it's like, unless you want to.
Unless you want to, then by all means,
And
whatever.
then Bob's like, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that.
We'll take that option. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So shout out Bob. Congratulations.
Yeah, once again,
Second major win.
wonderful job.
Hell yeah. I mean, I had a blast. Even though I was only there Sunday, I had a great time.
Dude, IFT's. Oh, we didn't even. There was one more thing we had to talk about at the IFT, real quick.
Go on.
We stayed at Hool's family's cottage
Oh, yeah.
in Eagle Harbor.
Mhm.
Honestly, the coolest part about the IFT this year was Friday night. Um, Dan and I rode up from Marquette. Friend of the pod, Dan, not my dad, Dan. Which we have to specify at this point. But we were up there with Hool, Cam. I'm missing someone.
Luke was
Luke
there.
went up
Yeah,
Friday
Luke
night.
was
That's
there.
right. Luke went up Friday night with us, and then We went to the ballpark, the original tournament location,
That's so
uh,
sick.
and played fully compliant 69B with
Oh
Who's
yeah.
cousin is up there for a month every summer, and he's played a little guts. We're trying to get him to bring a team together from down from the harbor for the IFT next year.
Hmm.
Um, but it was like drink in hand, only like yard toss. Um,
Chicken wings only.
Correct.
No run
Fully
ups.
compliant 69B. The problem was is it was like 9:30 and it was almost pitch black when we started
Oh yeah.
playing,
So it
so you
was
could see nothing of the disc.
yeah.
Also, uh, Luke had brought or had in his car a the original Pro model, like the old
Oh
disc with
shit.
like the black lining on it,
Yeah.
which we have now. Shout outs to Tom Marisich and his buddy Johnny Blade, our first podcast guest. But we have now just referred to the original Pro model as a Johnny Blade,
Hell yeah.
and we're like, yeah, dude, everyone needs to keep a Johnny Blade in their car.
Damn
Like, you never
straight.
know when you're gonna need one.
Never know. Damn straight. That's the perfect
Yeah,
time
dude,
to use it.
that was so nice. And like, I started every morning by like jumping in Lake Superior in the
Oh,
harbor
that sounds
and like
lovely.
waking up at like 7:30 to get me ready for a frisbee day.
That sounds so lovely.
But yeah, it was very lovely. But yeah, wanted to sneak that in there before we moved off of the IFT onto. I believe you have a game for me.
Oh, do I have a game for you? So, yes, indeed we do. And it's a fun one. I've been sitting on this for a minute because I don't know. I've been sitting on this for a hot second. We've got a blind ranking today, Noah.
Raiden's blind ranking.
Yeah, correct. Fact. Let me pull it up quick on my phone, my list. I got a list for you. It's not guts related whatsoever, but I think it's funny enough.
This is just 10 random things.
Yeah,
right?
I need you're listing things, Noah. I've compiled a list of things.
One good, 10 bad.
Yes, one good, 10 bad.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny because it'd be a lighthearted thing to do. But Noah, I have 10 things for you. And we're gonna start it off with the first. Are you ready? First off, are you ready? Do you have
Yes,
any?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Do you have any like thoughts
No,
going into this?
I need you to not let me put the first thing at 5 or 6. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to be the guy who's like, I'm going to put it right in the middle.
See, I don't think you will put this first thing at 5 or 6.
First one,
though,
stance
so
wise,
we're
has
good.
to either be 4 up or 7 down.
Okay, well, I think we'll be fine at this point because the first thing I have for you is the internet.
Ooh. I'm going to put it at 3.
Yeah, okay.
Growing up in the UP, I can't put it higher. Because if you put outside, I think that trumps the internet.
Okay.
But also, like, I wouldn't have a job without the internet because I literally just, like, I sit in Excel spreadsheets all day and use
Yes.
the internet to do work things. So, 3, there's a lot of great things. I'm boomer enough to get mad at the internet sometimes. Like, I remember I had an aim. Like, I remember dial up.
Yeah, dude.
We've come
Damn
a long
straight.
way.
We've come a long way. Internet 3. The next thing I have for you is toe rings.
You mean like that you wear?
Yes, like rings you put like that you'll see girls wear on their toes. Toe rings.
No, that's a 9, dude. You gotta let the dogs breathe. You can't joke the dogs off. Not only am I not like I'm not into that personally, I do not find that attractive on other people. It's pretty cringy. Like for me, I'm like, ooh, that's why would anyone want to do that to the dogs, man?
All right, toe rings at 9. Nope. Hold on.
I was gonna say I've got to ask me at the end. I don't think it'll be on here, but there is a reason I didn't put toe rings at 10 outside of just leaving 10 on the list. But there's
Okay.
one particular thing if you put, I would have been like, ooh, insta lock 10.
Straight 10. Okay, well I don't think it'll be this next thing. For your third thing, you have handwritten notes.
You know what? Put it at 4. I am a big notes guy.
Yeah, you like receiving those handwritten notes? You're passing notes back and forth?
I think if 4 was just NARS, which is the Australian no, it also would have worked at 4 because that's a blast.
True.
But I think I've saved. I took the advice from like some family friends who were like older, of like don't throw away like notes from like past crushes or like people you dated in high school. Like I've got an envelope with all of them that I've received.
No.
Dude, they're hilarious. Like
I believe it.
I think I have. I don't know if it was like a twerp maybe or
That
some
sounds
other
about right.
dance, but I have like I got Milk Duds are my favorite candy, and I got asked like on the inside of the lid of like a Milk Duds thing or something with like a note. But yeah, I've got handwritten notes saved, and I'm a big like now that we're older, um, in like more serious relationships. Still, I'm like a big fan of the old handwritten note.
Hell yeah, I love that placement. The fourth thing I have for you is hard surfaces.
Oh no, this is actually, you know what? And this might be crazy. Put it at two.
You put hard surfaces at 2?
Let me explain this to you. Ice is a hard surface,
Ice is a hard surface.
dude. Also, you ever just gotta lay on the ground, man? Like
Yeah, dude. Tennis
like
courts?
gym.
The MSHS tennis court? That's a
I was gonna
hard
say like
surface.
tennis courts are a hard surface. Gym floors where I play volleyball and indoor frisbee are hard surfaces.
True.
Like
True.
the desk that I'm sitting or like that
Fact.
my arms are on is a hard surface. Like I
Yeah.
just dude, big hard surface guy.
Okay,
Like
big hard surface guy. We could leave it at that. We can move along.
I
uh,
agree. That's already my most like out of pocket take. on
yeah,
this.
hard surfaces over the internet's crazy, but that's okay. We can move on. The our fifth thing I have for you is minor inconveniences.
Oh, that's a six, man. Like just past the lower half. Like that's textbook six. Because like if it's a minor inconvenience, you're like it's not gonna ruin my day.
Right? Yeah.
Like if someone like takes your parking spot and you're like, oh, like I gotta go
It's
20 more
annoying.
feet.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's better than tow rings. So like
okay.
I
All right.
think there'll be worse things than minor inconveniences on this list. It can't be
Okay.
in the top half, but it
No.
can be just to start the bottom half.
Hell yeah. Okay, good. Number six. The sixth thing I have for you is bed cushions. I'm talking the like really long pillows.
Oh, eight. Get
All
him out
right.
of here.
Not a
Just
bed
get
cushion guy.
absolutely no, dude. I mean, you gotta. I want it to be able to fit me and like a person. Like they're always a little too long and awkward,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm not the biggest fan of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe if they're like half the bed long, it's almost acceptable. But I'm imagining that like it's just awkwardly sized.
They are. They
Like
are weird.
there's
They're
no hard
strangely
surfaces
sized.
on them. Like
Yeah.
it's just don't want it.
There are no hard surfaces on bed
Yeah, no
cushions.
hard surfaces on the bed cushion.
The seventh thing I have for you on this list are antelopes.
Oh man, see the problem is I don't want to put them seven because I want minor inconvenience. Like they can't be worse than a minor
No, it's an
inconvenience.
antelope, dude.
Actually, no, I'm gonna stick it at seven. I
Okay.
think
All
I
right.
think there's gonna be two positives and a really bad coming up. So I'm gonna put Antelope seven. Maybe I want to put him at five. And my argument there is just gonna be like, you know what? At least minor inconveniences make you appreciate positive things in your life.
Yeah.
And I just
True.
don't interact with antelopes.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, that's valid. That's totally valid.
All right, please tell me you got something great, something terrible, and something really neutral.
I don't know. I think they're all kind of. Well, I'll let you determine this. The eighth thing is the pole vault.
Oh, you know what? I'm afraid to leave one and five. So I pole vaulted in middle school.
No shit. Did you really?
It was super fun. I had a blast.
Oh, so you loved the pole vault?
Staying like chilling with Mr. Burton, like it was great. It was the best field event. Like most days we're just spent like hanging out pole vaulting in the Bothwell parking lot. I so it's either one or five. It's crazy to say no, put pole vaulting one. Screw it.
Pole vault.
If I could only pole vault or have the internet for the rest of my life, I'd probably choose the internet, but I enjoy pole vaulting more.
Okay. Hell yeah. I didn't know you pole vaulted in middle school. That's
Yeah, dude,
new Noah
I
Gannon
was bad
lore.
at it, but it was really fun.
I mean, were we good at anything in middle school? Was anyone good
No,
at
but like I
anything?
was exceptionally bad at pole vaulting compared to how much pole vaulting I did.
Uh, that's incredible. I didn't know that. That's new Noah Gannon lore for me.
Yeah.
The penultimate thing for you is board games.
You know what? Board games rated five. I'm happy with board
Hmm.
games at five. I have a lot of friends who are super into board games, and like they're enjoyable. Um, but like
That's
I don't always get like super into them. Like I've got some friends who like will play like several hour long board games, and I'm like, there's a time and a place. Uh, the problem is if it's nice outside, why are we playing board games?
true.
That's like
True.
the biggest thing for me. So like in the right context of like you're camping or like it's winter and you're at a friend's house and there's like nothing on TV. Like yeah, great board games night, get some snacks, but
Do you have a
I'm
favorite
happy with
board
it at
game?
5. All right, uh, it's still Monopoly, dude.
Okay, yeah, yeah, valid.
Hard to beat.
Fair enough. That is tough to beat. The last thing, the final thing, is the planet Saturn.
God, you know what, dude? You and all your rings, so pretentious. Apparently, I just don't like rings, man.
No, you got the two things
Saturn's
with
got
rings
rings. Toes apparently sometimes can have rings.
at the bottom.
Is Saturn a gaseous planet?
I think so. I
See,
think
it's
that's
not even
correct.
solid. Like I can't even go there.
No, it's not even a hard surface, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I am more of a Mars guy. Like,
Okay.
although now I'm trying to think, and we're about to lose 95% of our remaining audience here.
Which is like two at this point
Yeah,
already, so.
I think unfortunately Saturn might be my favorite of Holt's the planets suites.
Mm.
Um, and it might be my favorite. It used to be Mars because we played Mars back in high school, but that might be like the one downside of it. But honestly, for the most part, I like the lists.
Yeah, you got anything you'd
Someone's gonna look
change?
at it and say, "How the hell is the internet not number one?" But I am old, okay, and I like my hard surfaces, which I'm literally just interpreting as surfaces I play sports on.
True, yeah, true. Hell yeah. That's the
But yeah,
list, dude.
what are your thoughts on my list?
That's see, the internet I think I would have put higher just because like right now we're using the internet.
Well, also, yeah, but fair. But like, dude, what if you gave me like ice cream?
True. I guess okay, that's a
It was literally the first thing I put on the list. Like, I was afraid to put it one, and you were like, "I don't have frisbee related things." Also, guts frisbee is what I'm asking you to rate. Like, I didn't have enough information yet.
That's fair enough. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think I wish 6 and 7 were flipped.
That's fair. I
You know.
I thought it was too funny to not to put minor inconveniences at 6.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yes, that is the correct place. But man, Antelope's getting a bad rep here at 7.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So I do have to say the one thing I will say about why I didn't want to put toe rings at 10 is if you gave me knees, dude. Hate knees. Just in general, like they break too easily. Like you want to talk about something that we have not figured out how to like make attractive, dude. Knees are just rough.
Knees don't do it for you.
I've seen a dislocated kneecap before, like when I was in 7th grade.
Oh no.
Um, I don't know anyone my age who would watch this, but Anthony Hemstock, way big throwback name. We were playing at the Father Marquette Elementary School gym, which is where they used to have their basketball games. And he was like going off, like had a
Mm,
huge first half. Father Marquette always had our number because they were stacked in my grade.
yeah.
But like we were playing the closest we'd played, and then he went up for a rebound, landed on his knee, and his kneecap was at the back of his knee.
Mm,
Like it went a full 180 degrees, and I was like, "Nope, I'm done with kneecaps." Like that's
damn.
disgusting.
Yeah, that's a big time no for me.
Yeah, but great list. Braden, I will promise you that next week I will come up with a list of 10 random things for you.
Oh, good. I'm looking forward to it.
And they will possibly be even more random than what you just gave me.
That's just crazy because I thought those were pretty damn random.
Yeah, they were. And I was trying to find continuity in just a random list of things.
Hell yeah. Well, I have one. We have a quick Q&A. And
We have one question, right?
we have one singular question. And it has to do with the day we are recording this. The world was sad to hear the passing of Ozzy Osbourne,
The Oz.
the Oz himself. So the question was in the group chat, based off of vibes alone, what throw would Ozzy Osbourne have thrown had he been a guts frisbee player? And in
I'm
my
gonna
head,
preface
there's
this.
there's only one answer.
Yeah, Braden already has an answer. I have nothing. Like I still don't have an answer. So give me like, can you vamp for like 2 seconds so I can actually come up with an answer?
Yeah. Let's see. What can I say about Ozzy Osbourne? I mean, like the king of metal, like he's a legend. A lot of your favorite artists probably wouldn't be where they're at, has it not for Ozzy Osbourne. And genuinely, Noah, I'm kind of shocked it's taking you this long just to.
What kind of throw is like a bat? I feel okay. Everyone else was
That's
like,
where
"There's an
you're
obvious
going.
answer," and I was like, "I don't know." Okay, well let's say it on three because
On
I have
three.
a very particular thing in mind and I think it's wrong.
Okay, I'll count us down. I'm gonna count down from 3. I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then yeah.
Yep, yep, yep,
Ready?
yep.
3, 2, 1. Thumber.
Turnaround staker.
That also works.
Like I'm imagining like a Chip Duquette levels like kind of staker of like Ozzy just kind of shuffling up, turning around, and like a wobbly but it gets you staker.
Hell yeah. See, I was thinking more like Ozzy Osbourne Prime, and what throw and guts frisbee is more heavy metal rock star fucking shit than a thumber, dude. Like it's
I think the answer is a turnaround staker.
I think okay, you might have convinced me. You know how much I love my stakers, so you saying turnaround staker, I wasn't ready for it.
Again, a staker that's meat,
Mm,
bats, meat.
yeah. Okay. Sure.
I mean, I guess the real question is like, if he like tripped acid, bit the head off a bat, and then threw a frisbee, how would he do it? And I think you're probably right. Is he just grab it by the thumb and huck the
That's
thing?
exactly yeah. Or he would throw the bat instead.
The
One
other
of the-
thing I thought of was like he'd throw a 2-finger, but like the crack run up.
Yes.
Like I could
Yes.
see that out
Or
of the Oz.
the Aiden Claffey same
Same way
same side
rotation.
turnaround.
Yeah. The incorrect rotation.
Yeah, the wrong turnaround. If you're throwing a righty 2-finger, spin to your right shoulder to then plant, and not even the right spin.
Dude, or maybe a chicken wing. Maybe he would have just gone out there and just slung it.
I feel like Ozzy Osbourne could have fucked up a chicken wing for sure.
Yeah, man. And I know we got some discourse. Whoever said the invert, I don't disagree with
True.
either. I could see him having one of those. But yeah,
True.
I think it's crazy that it seemed like you're like Thumber, of course.
Yeah, because that's the most rock star metal.
But yeah,
fucking
Rockstar
throw.
Metal makes complete sense.
Yeah. Anyways, rest in peace to Oz.
But yeah, man, that's been the IFT.
Yeah, dude. And we have a quick turnaround because the next episode, like we talked about, we're talking about nationals,
Which is 12 days away.
which is crazy to think. Is it
Yeah,
12?
dude,
Does that math?
yes.
Yeah.
The math
yeah,
is
it
mathing.
does.
It's Tuesday. 11. I lied. The math ain't mathing.
One of
12
the-
days from
whatever.
Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. So, get ready. Keep going. I know we had league. Our league on Sunday went really well, and then I left. We played 3 league games, and then I left because it was time to go home. And people stayed afterwards and played 3 more games of frisbee.
So people didn't understand it was time to go home.
That's crazy. Actually, no, it might have been 4. There might have been 7 total games of frisbee.
So
If
you're
they
the
stayed.
Leafs.
Yeah, they got their
Because you don't
money's
understand,
worth.
like, Braden, there's a second round. Like, the playoffs aren't just one round. Like,
Ugh.
you grab your golf clubs and you're like, no, guys, we're going to Florida to play golf, right?
No,
Like,
yeah, no. We got
there's
more of
just
this
one round
to
of
do.
playoffs and then the golf trip.
Yeah,
And you're like, no, like Sundays we have league, and then like when league's done, we go home because league's done.
yeah. Anyway, so next week, Nationals preview. Fuck, dude, it's like August.
Maybe a guest. We'll
That's
figure
crazy.
it out. I don't.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. That's usually how we do it on this podcast. We'll just figure it out. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be like older by that point, so that'll be weird.
Mm. Will you have by then? You will, won't you?
Yeah,
Wow,
I know.
that's
I'll
crazy.
have a lot of sage wisdom
You will.
as everyone gains when
yeah.
they turn 28.
Christ, is that the age it happens? Because it hasn't happened yet for me.
I don't know. I'm probably not. Someone somewhere will be like, yeah, that's actually this age. And we'll find out. But
We'll find out. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Because
see you next week.
the Nationals is coming up, dude. If you see
It
Noah,
absolutely is.
well, you
and until
fucking
then,
wish him a happy birthday, anyways.
yeah. Tell me to go get it, as we were about to tell you.
Until next
Because
time,
everyone,
everyone knows.
go get it.
Go fucking get it.